So let's head out to the cleaning aisle at Dollar Tree because we are working with these fan dusters. If you've never worked with them, here's your sign that you should be. I grabbed 2 of them and we're going to remove the tags and we're also going to remove the handles. At first, I thought I could just use my wire cutters to cut it. It was just a little too thick. So I was able to just kind of keep turning and twisting the handle until both of them came off. So just keep doing that very carefully. Then we're just going to take the wire and we're just going to carefully bend over so that they are hidden in between all the fuzzies. We did the same thing to the second one. We're going to grab white jute string as well as hot glue. We're going to join these 2 dusters together on the flat side. So we're going to first add hot glue and then we're going to add 2 pieces of the jute string in between the center and then just tie them. Tie in as snug as you are able to in a simple knot and cut off the excess jute string. This is going to join them together and create a nice tight bond. So now that we are getting to creating what will be a bunny, we're going to bring in some foam board. Now, you've seen these before at Dollar Tree. They carry them year round. I'm just going to take a piece that I already had on hand, and we're going to take this wreath form in the shape of a bunny. We're going to trace the ears, and we are going to cut them using my blade knife. You can do whatever you want to the ears, my friends. You can paint them. You can use craft paper. In this case, I'm going to use some fabric that I recently got at Hobby Lobby. We're just going to cover the front of it. We're just going to add hot glue and cut off the excess. We'll do the same thing to the second one, and then we're going to flip them to its back, and we're going to fold all the edges inwards and secure them with more hot glue. We are now going to take 2 bamboo skewers and we're going to hot glue 1 to each ear on the back. So just add a strip of glue and place them right there. And then we're going to add masking tape right on top just for extra security and bond. Once I had that, I realized I really want to cover the back. It just looked messy. So I'm going to take a piece of craft paper that I had already used for another project. I'm going to trace it and then we're going to cut it about 1/4 of an inch inside of the line. So just a little smaller than what the ears are. That way we can hot glue into the back. It'll be clean and neat and just look a little bit more professional. I did the same thing to the second one, and then we are going to place them with some hot glue right inside all the fuzzies. So just keep poking and pushing right through the center. Add hot glue when both of them meet and just hold it in place until it hardens. Now we are going to join both ears together by adding a little bit of dab of hot glue and then join them and hold it until it hardens. We're going to add some greenery and embellishments. These are some greeneries that I had from Walmart, and these yellow ones are from, I believe, from Walmart as well. And then some pink and white flowers from Dollar Tree. You can do whatever you want, my friends. Just add any flowers you want, any fabric you want. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I love how bright and airy and springy it looks. And we use 2 dusters. How about that? Let me know what you think down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to start with these Easter eggs garland that you can find at Dollar Tree Plus. Love these, the design. Some of them have feathers. They're so cute. We're going to remove each individual egg by cutting off the jute string and just putting them to the side. I'm also going to use 2 of these silver wired wreath forms from Dollar Tree. We're going to take them and remove the tags, and 2 of these dusting mobs from Dollar Tree as well. Remove the tags, and we are going to cut these directly in half. Then we're going to place them inside of the wreath form. So the wreath form, it's on its front, okay? So we're flipping it upside down, and we're going to add the mobs right inside. Don't worry about hot gluing it. You're not going to need it. Just basically make sure that all of the inside is covered. Then we're going to start hot gluing each egg onto the white dusting mobs. Do whatever design you want. I just started hot gluing. I just wanted to make sure that the eggs are to the center as possible. So make sure they're not overlapping on the edges. And then we're going to place the other wired wreath form right on top. Just kind of snug in the eggs as needed, making sure that the inside of the wreath form, and then take 4 zip ties from Dollar Tree and start zip tying the wreath forms together. Just on the outside wire, just thread it from the bottom to the top, and then don't tighten it right away. Just put all the zip ties in first. Once you have them all, I placed 4 of them, one on top, bottom, and each side. And then once they're in place, then basically just tighten them as needed and then cut off the excess zip tie. This is going to hold it in place, and you're not even going to need zip ties on the inside of the wreath form. Then I wanted to add a nice bow. So we're going to use some burlap ribbon. This is from burlapfabric.com. We're going to make a 4-loop ribbon, scrunch it in the middle, tie it with jute string, and then we're going to make a second bow using a beautiful teal burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. Again, 4 loops, scrunch it in the middle, tie it with jute string. And then we're going to make a third bow using ticking stripe that I got on Amazon. And we're going to make a double loop bow, and same thing, scrunch it in the middle, tie it. And then we're going to join all 3 bows together. We're going to place the ticking stripe on top of the teal one, and then those 2 on top of the burlap. We're going to secure them to each other by tying them together. Once the bows are nicely fluffed, just cut off the excess ribbon in a dovetail shape. That way it looks neat and professional. And of course, we want to then attach it to the wreath form. So we're just going to attach it to the top, and we're going to use another zip tie and then just thread it through the top wire on top of the bows and then just tighten it as needed. Now to the center, you can leave it like this. You can add greenery, but I decided to add 1 more egg with hot glue right there in the center. That way it'll complement the whole design, and look how stunning this looks. It's so grand, it's so beautiful. I love the muted tones that it has. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For the next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to start with one of these cloches from Dollar Tree. You can find these year-round, and we're going to open it up and hot glue foam right inside, and then add some moss right on top. Don't worry about hot gluing it. We're going to take a couple of more of those little eggs from the garland. Just remove the jute string and hot glue them next to each other, and then place the clear dome right on top. You can use a stick if you need to push some of that moss in, and it'll work really well. Then we're going to bring in some ribbon. Dollar Tree has beautiful ribbon for Easter and spring, and this one is a beautiful pink burlap style one. We're going to cut off a piece that's going to be enough to go around the base, fold it in half, and hot glue it in place. This is just going to cover that black base. Now, I did want to add some greenery, so we're going to add this piece of greenery that I had left over. I'm just going to cut little tiny pieces and hot glue them all around the perimeter, and we're going to do it in between the cloche and the ribbon. And we're going to do the same thing, but with these tiny little purple flowers that are from Dollar Tree. Once I had it in place, I'm going to layer another type of ribbon from Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just going to do it right in the center of the pink ribbon. This is just going to add more texture, more color. And I love layering things. So I'm just going to hot glue it in place, cut off the excess, and that's it, my friends. What an easy craft. Oh my gosh, such cute little eggs snuggled up in there in its little nest. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I'm going to take one of these faux wooden slices from Dollar Tree, remove all the greenery and all the embellishments, but we are going to keep the little tie on the top. I'm going to roughen it up and remove some of that sheen with my electric sander, wipe it really well, and then add 2 coats of Waverly chalk paint in the white, but of course you can use any color you want depending on what style you're looking for. I'm going to put that to the side and let it dry. We're going to create 2 other ears. This time I'm going to freehand them. I need them to be a little tall and thin. So I'm just going to use my pencil and my blade knife to get these done. And I'm going to use the first one, trace it on another piece of foam board. That way they'll be as close as possible in shape and size. Once I had them in place, I want to cover them up with some yarn. I recently got these yarns at Walmart actually, and they had a great deal, and I love the colors for this one. So I'm just going to add a little hot glue at the top and just start wrapping them up, hot gluing as needed. But basically it's just the top and the bottom where you need hot glue. Once I had them nicely covered, we are going to attach them one on each side of the little tie. We're going to add hot glue, and once they were joined together, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to use a clothespin to secure them even more in place. So we're going to remove the metal portion, add hot glue to the flat side, and hot glue it and hold it in place. If you have popsicle sticks, that works well as well, but these clothespins work really good because they're very sturdy. I am now going to freehand a cute little bunny face. So I'm going to start with a triangle nose with rounded edges. I'm going to use a permanent marker to create the mouth, some whiskers, and some beautiful eyes. I love the way she turned out. All right, so then we're going to add some rosy cheeks. I added a little bit too much paint, so I'm just going to wipe off the excess, and it worked really well. Now we're going to add embellishments, of course, so I'm going to add some light colored leaves, leftovers from another pick. Some of these picks that we used earlier, just add them right there and just layer all kinds of greenery, including this darker one, and then a beautiful pink flower right there in the center to finish it off. And look how beautiful she looks. Oh my gosh, she's ready for spring, looking like a princess. I love the colors and I love the style. What do you think of this one? I have another video here for you, my friends, with tons more of spring Dollar Tree DIY crafts that you can do at home. Click on it. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.